And I'm Elizabeth Kubel. Thank you for joining us. Our top story tonight is the weather.
Yeah, meteorologist Ken Weathers joining us now from the Storm Center.
Tracking the coronavirus for you tonight, Americans can now get free rapid COVID tests delivered to their homes courtesy of a new government website. But it's likely to take at least a week to get it in the mail, and some are in need of a test right now. I visited a couple of pharmacies today to get a look at the high demand they're seeing and how they're handling it. Two men are facing charges after leading authorities on a chase. It happened in North Knox County. Court documents say the chase started near Emery Road after officers tried to pull over a vehicle that had recently been reported stolen. Those documents say Larry Brewer Jr. refused to stop, leading officers on a short chase that ended when the vehicle crashed into a pond. Officers say Brewer and another person in the car, Brad Long Jr., ran after the crash. Brewer was found in a nearby field while Long was tracked to a home along West Beaver Creek Drive where he was arrested. Both men are now facing several charges, including evading arrest. Here is something else to celebrate. A Knoxville coffee shop is making sure their leftover bagels don't go to waste. At the end of every day, instead of throwing out their bagels, K-Brew collects them and donates them to Mobile Meals. As you may know, Mobile Meals delivers hot meals to people in our community who otherwise may not have easy access to food. So it's a great deal for the shop and for the nonprofit.
Wildly popular Let It Go was only able to reach number 5. Man, I thought that had gone to number 1, but I guess it didn't. It went to number 5.
Let It Go was good. I have not heard We Don't Talk About Brew now.
I haven't either.
We need to go listen to it.
Yeah, I guess I'm not hip.
We need to.
We need to get hip.
Yeah.
All right, stick with us.
We have all heard a lot lately about which masks we should be using as the Omicron variant continues to get around. Experts say the N95 is the best and should not be confused with a KN95. One of the few facilities in the nation to make the highest grade N95 is just one state over in Virginia. Reporter Chris Horn takes us inside and shows us how masks are tested. And we're going to talk about the nuts and bolts specifically of this walk. It is coming up pretty soon here. There is something especially significant about the timing of this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's this Saturday, which is January 22nd. The 21st happens to be my wife's birthday, and that was the day I was released from the hospital.
In today's weekly update from the Knox County Health Department, we saw the number of active COVID cases in our community nearly doubled to more than 12,000. And keep in mind, this number does not take at-home tests into account unless they are reported to the health department. And something else we need to point out for you. Today's update covers the week ending January 15th, last Saturday. Another takeaway from today, 13 new COVID deaths were reported. By the health department's count, a total of 1,091 Knox County residents have died from the virus, and hospitalizations are on the rise. We have been telling you COVID-19 hospitalizations have been on the rise at UT Medical Center as well as other local hospitals in recent days and weeks. But even though the number of COVID patients is rising, the number of COVID ICU patients isn't changing that much. The Knox County Health Department's lead epidemiologist calling this a silver lining.
Well, last night an asteroid made its closest approach to Earth for the next 200 years.
Asteroid 7482 was first discovered in 1994. It is the size of 2 Empire State Buildings, measuring around 3,400 feet wide. It passed our planet within 1.2 million miles, traveling at nearly 47,000 miles per hour.
And that's close in relative space terms.
You know, there are thousands of asteroids and comets floating through the solar system right now. NASA says none of them pose any serious risk for at least the next 100 years.
Whew.
So rest easy.